Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Enthusiast Experiment. I guess you could call these the PlayStation Edition series, or PS5 specifically. Today we're doing a quick unboxing of the Pulse 3D wireless headset. If you want to see a review of this coming, be sure to subscribe down below. If you want, hit the notification buttons. I'm not a huge fan of those, but I plan to put these through their paces before doing any type of review or trying, videos of all that kind of stuff. So this is just going to be an unboxing. Let's get into it. I guess we could take a look at the box first. First things first, you can see that it is fine-tuned for the 3D audio on the PlayStation 5 consoles. You can see the contents down here. If you want to read any of this, feel free to pause the video. I do want to point out these are not necessary to take advantage of all the 3D audio benefits that Sony is claiming with the PlayStation 5. This is just wireless, headset version of that. Supposedly you'll be able to do everything by plugging in any set of headphones into the into the DualSense. I keep wanting to call it DualShock 5. It gives you a rundown of some of the benefits here. So it still does have that 3.5 millimeter jack. Has new ear pads supposedly. Still comes with a dongle, which I'm so disappointed in. I would love to see this, so backwards compatibility for PS3 and PS4, but I wish for PS5 that this wasn't needed. I mean, come on, guys, it's 2020, and you have all the other really cool tech in there. Why couldn't you make it? But I guess it has to do with signal and, interference and all that kind of stuff. It does have the easy access controls like a previous headset, which I'll show off in just a second here. The built-in rechargeable battery and dual hidden microphones, which is supposed to help with noise-canceling tech for when you're playing multiplayer games. And then you can see it does say that it's compatible with PS5, 4, and PSVR. So I guess these will not work with PS3. But yeah, that's a look at the outside. Let's take a look at the inside, which is what I'm sure all of you are here for. Hey, while I got you too, take a moment. Have you guys been able to get any of the accessories, pre-order anything? Have you been getting some stuff in? Are you as stoked for this launch as I am? Did you get your launch day PS5? Let me know everything down in the comments below. Are you more excited for Xbox? I'm just excited for gaming in general, so this is a pretty awesome time to be a gamer. So this, first things first, probably going to be some of our cables, and it is. So we got nothing left in there. Set that aside. You can see we got our 3.5 to 3.5 jack, so like into your controller and into the headphones if you wanted to continue playing not wirelessly, and I believe this will also work if your battery dies with the headphones. You can still use them with the 3.5 millimeter jack versus having to wait to charge them. The dongle itself and USB charging cable to USB-C, which the headphones are now, thank goodness, because the old USB connector sucked. And instructions. Let's see, is there anything worth showing in here we don't know? It's just the controls. You can see charging, turning them on, plugging them in, all that kind of stuff. And then all of the controls, which again, you can pause this at any time if you want to read everything there. I'm going to set this aside so we can take a look at the actual headphones themselves, which you can see are now nestled in the package here. Just a little kind of a weird half bag thing. That's alright. Save on the packaging, I guess. Set that over here, and there you go. Look at the headphones. First things first, the cushions feel really nice. I'm kind of worried, I'll show you in a second on my previous headphones, I'm kind of worried these are going to do the same things where all the black flecks come off, but fingers crossed, hopefully they change the formula to where it doesn't do that. You can see there are a lot more round ear cups than before. And we got, it looks like one of the microphone holes up here. Got our chat and game functions, off and monitor, and volume rocker, mute button, just pretty cool. It has a little red part that lets you know it's muted when you put it on. That's your 3.5 jack, your USB-C charging jack, and the power. Let's see if it... Oh, yep, it looks like it's on. You can see a little bit of a light going on there. Not going to pair to anything right now, obviously, but turn that off. And changes colors again. And then it looks like our second microphone hold there. Not sure what that is. Maybe for the bass. Yeah, it looks like there's one on this side too. Porting for the headphones themselves. Strap feels very comfortable. This is a really nice, smooth, like satiny rubber. I thought it was going to be something different, but feels like a really thick, smooth rubber band. And then you can see how the adjustability works on these. So every time you won't have to worry about like the latches or something, adjusting every time. I do really appreciate kind of the asymmetrical design versus the previous. Here, let me get these so we can look at this together. These are the previous gold. I guess I got these with PS3 forever ago. You can see they did the fold-up feature, which I never used them because I just keep these at home and play with them. And you can see I replaced the pads, so these are just some cheap like felt pads from Amazon, which actually are super comfortable and did a good job replacing the other ones because, as I mentioned, the black faux leather starts cracking and coming undone, which you could see. This is the top. The headband is made of the same stuff as the previous ear cups, but it's blue. And you can see a little bit of it kind of cracking off, but this is white underneath, and I taped a piece of it here somewhere. Yeah, you can see it started cracking really bad, so instead of it all coming off, I tried to tape it just to keep it from going too crazy. Again, I'm not worried about... These have actually lasted a pretty long time for being... I think they were $100 at the time, and being so old now, but I've seen some pretty torn up ones on Reddit. I put the gaffer's tape here just as I was mentioning, so this is a symmetrical design, so just grabbing these off my stand or whatever to play with them, it's really... I get confused on the right and the left ears without having to kind of feel for the controls, so I just wanted something tactile so I can, in the dark or whatever without looking, know that this is my right ear cup. And I think that kind of... the design on this solves that, so you could see this part will always be facing backwards, I believe. Oh no, okay, forwards. So this is your right ear cup, which you can see right and left. So then the part here will be always facing forward. So it's really easy, again, at a glance or something, once I get used to these, to know by feel which ear cup goes where. Usually on my nicer headphones, I have, different pads and stuff like that, red and blue for different ears anyways. But again, this not being a review, I just wanted to kind of show you guys a comparison between the two, and also to see if the dongles are any different. So this is the dongle with this guy. This is our new one, leaving the wrapping on so we can see. And up close and personal, I mean, the PlayStation logo is in a different spot, but I'll be darned if they're not almost entirely identical. So, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty spot on. So if you have the old one, you pretty much know what to expect. It looks like the USB stick itself is a little bit longer on the new guy, but not super interesting there. And then I did want to show, you can kind of see the older headphones, so the top headband is definitely thinner, as well as the side. The old ones would adjust via clicking, which here... give you a little bit of a sound effect there, some clicking on each ear cup, so you can kind of get that fit, and once you got it in, you're good to go. This will adjust every time you put it on your head. This, while it looks nice by hiding kind of like how it adjusts, it is pretty easily moved, so I kind of basically adjust this every time I put them on anyways, so this will be nice not having to worry about it. Hopefully the mechanism here lasts forever. I don't know what they're using to create that resistance in the headband there, but I did replace, as I mentioned, the ear cups here. That was pretty cheap. Let's see the controls. So looks kind of similar. We got our on-off is a little bit more back, but charging port and headphone port roughly at the same location at the bottom. Got our mute button roughly next in line. Got our volume rockers pretty much right after that. And then you'll see this is the virtual surround sound of where you could turn it between stereo and the virtual surround sound. These, I'm assuming, will always be in virtual surround sound mode. And then after that, you get the monitor on-off chat and game. So yeah, after you guys know, if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. But when I do get stuff, before I tell you if it's good or not, like you'll see a lot of YouTube videos already saying like, wow, these are really great, or they sound the same, or whatever, and they've had them for 10 minutes. I'm going to play on these for a couple of weeks before I do a review. So check back to the channel. If you want to see a review of these, especially compared to these, it's not going to be an audiophile review like compared to nice headphones, which I have a few pairs of those. But I don't listen to, high quality FLAC files with these. These are gaming headphones. Like I expect them to be more bassy and more punchy and more boom, when you're listening to explosions and stuff. So the biggest consideration with these for me is, do I get that more boomy theatrical, sense of sound, and do the microphones work decently for when I do play multiplayer games? And then how long does the battery last? Because these guys can die pretty quick, but again, they're pretty old, so I can't hold that against them. So if you can get a good gaming session out of these, that would be great without waking up the neighbors and that kind of stuff. And then when PS5 comes out, we'll see how the surround sound experience does, because this has an app, which if you guys aren't familiar with I don't think it was on PS3, but with PS4 it had the PlayStation companion headphone app, which you could download, and then certain games would have their surround sound profiles, so like Days Gone or Red Dead Redemption 2 or Spyro, Ace Combat, all the developers that chose to, usually I think it was first party, you could download a profile and put it, you can see it has two off, 1 and 2. So 1 is just like the standard headphone profile, and then 2 you could upload like a custom profile from the developers to create a sound experience that they liked. Hopefully every game on PS5 will have that baked in, since it's not a function. They're not going to have that companion app anymore for this set of headphones. So hopefully with Sony's focus on the technology of 3D sound, you'll be able to use these, or again, as I mentioned, any headphone, just plugging in the 3.5 into your DualSense. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Did you guys pick up a pair of these? Do you want a pair of these? Like, have you been able to find any accessories? Did you get a launch day PS5? Are you waiting for Xbox instead? Are you waiting until after the holidays? Yeah. So appreciate you stopping by. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so we can grow this channel together. I appreciate you all spending a little bit of time with me. Stay tuned for the review, and take it easy.